So you're saying you're not present. Yes?
I am, but at times
Okay.
it goes away.
So at times it goes away. So at times you're saying at times, sometimes you're not present. That's what you're saying?
Right.
So so those times when you're not present, where are you?
Still, I'd say I'm still here.
Show me the place that's not here now. Where is it? Where do you go? When you say I'm not present, you're like, I got so caught up in work and I wasn't present. Where did you go?
I was still there.
You're still there. But what was happening?
I think my mind wasn't there,
Okay.
but I'm there.
Okay. So you're there, but your mind wasn't there. Where was your mind?
Elsewhere.
Your mind was elsewhere. And what is it that was watching the mind be elsewhere?
Myself.
Yourself. So you're always present, are you not?
Right.
But you're watching this mind jump somewhere else.
Right.
So you are always present, and you are the observer watching the mind get lost in the future.
Right.
You are observing the mind create problems in the future. You are present watching the mind work towards solutions to those problems that it's created.
Right.
So you're watching it all. But when you get identified as the character, Sam, who's trying to get somewhere in the future, then it feels like you've left.
Right.
It feels like you got lost. And then that's where there's this confusion where you go, like I wasn't present. It's like, well, then where were you? Are you not here all the time? You can only be here now. There's nowhere to go. But what is it that's trying to go somewhere? It's the activity of the mind. It's the activity of the mind that's going from past to future, creating this storyline, creating the character. The character is just the activity of the mind. And you, the witness, aren't really witnessing. You're getting involved. Just like a murder, if there was a witness of the murder, the witness was not involved in the murder. It was a witness. If it was involved, then it's now like a suspect. It's an accomplice. It's part of the crime. But a witness is just witnessing. And just simply notice that you are always witnessing the mind. That's how you know what's happening with the mind. But there's times that you're not witnessing the mind because you're identified. So as soon as you become identified with the mind, you're no longer witnessing it. It's like you forget that you're witnessing. It's like you turn your back on yourself, you can say. It's like you shrink, contract. Because when you're witnessing, there's this feeling of just openness and expansiveness, calmness, presence, that you're just simply watching things arise. But then as soon as you get involved in this, then it's like you essentially become that activity. And it's like the focus is so narrowed on this that then it's like you can't see anything else. It's like you zoom in. The focus becomes so contracted. where you actually then identify with the activity of the mind. Because who you think you are is just an activity. And all activity is limited. All activity is in time. All activity has a start and an end. All activity is a movement. All activity is an experience. See that you, as the witness, are simply witnessing the experience of the mind, witnessing the experience of the body. But you aren't the body or the mind. You're witnessing it. Anything that you're witnessing cannot be you. It's like this eye. The eye is seeing my phone. Here's my phone, the object. Here's my eye, the subject. Because the eye can see the phone, it knows, well, that's not me. Because I can see the phone, that means that I, the eye, am beyond the phone. Because you can see the body, because you can see the mind, must mean that you're beyond it. Must mean that you're not it. Must mean that you're experiencing it. Now, what's aware? Is the body aware of you, or are you aware of the body? Is the mind aware of you, or are you aware of the mind? What would you say?
You're aware of the mind.
Yeah.
And you're aware of the body.
Yeah.
So it can't be you.
It can't be you. And you're aware that the body is changing, and you're aware that the mind is changing. Would you say that your body is changing?
Yeah.
And who's experiencing that change?
You?
Yeah, well, speak like first person, I guess you could say, for
Myself?
yeah. And is your mind changing?
It is.
Right? Because what do you know about the mind?
It changes.
It changes. Okay. If I were to say, like, what is your mind? What would you say? Because we talk about this a lot, mindset, and oh, I changed my mind, and that's a new idea popped in my mind or whatever. But what is the mind? Because this is something that 99.99999% of people don't question at all. But what is the mind?
It's just something you're aware of. It maybe doesn't even exist. I don't know.
Where is it?
I can't point to it. Somewhere in my, maybe it's here. I don't know. Maybe it's
Right. So you don't even know where it is.
yeah, you don't. I'd say it's maybe somewhere in my brain, but I mean,
No way to tell.
yeah, because when you're lost in the mind, it feels like it's everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right?
What's the one thing that you know that you can be certain of the mind?
It's always changing.
It's always changing. And change is movement, is it not?
Right.
Anything that moves means that it's changing. So if the mind wasn't a movement, would you actually be aware of it?
No,
You wouldn't.
you wouldn't.
So what is aware of the movement?
I don't know.
All thoughts are changing,
Right.
and all change is movement. So essentially, all you know about the mind is that there's thoughts that are moving and changing. Is that true?
Right. Yes.
What is it that's aware of the movement?
I am.
What is it that's aware of the change?
I am.
Okay. Now, you, the you that you just referred to, the I that you just referred to, does that move?
No.
Does that change?
No.
And what is that?
It's the I am. The source.
Is it tangible?
No.
Does it have any shape or size?
No.
Is there any limit to it or boundary?
No.
Can you find a start or an end?
No. Not that I know of.
Okay. Do you experience any time?
No.
It's not what I'm pointing to, it's not bound to time, is it?
Right. No.
So can you see that this I that you're referring to is not a thing?
Right. Yes. It's not.
It's not. But can you see how a thought is a thing?
It is. Yes.
It's something. But it's the no thing that's aware of the something.
Right.
Can you see how no thing is actually unmanifested?
Right.
It's not manifested, but a thought is manifested.
Right.
So it's the unmanifested that's aware of the manifested.
Right.
This no thing, nothing has not been created yet. It's outside of creation. The thought is creation. The thought is something. The thought is born. This no thing that I'm pointing to is unborn. Something is born, but nothing must be unborn. Are you able to confirm that?
I am.
So what you're saying is you are unborn.
Yes.
You are uncreated.
Yes.
And you are no thing.
Right.
Now, something that's unborn, can it die?
No.
Something that's unborn, did it ever start?
No.
And something that has not started, can it ever end?
No.
And what are we talking about here now? Is this still you?
No.
It's not you.
No.
What is it then?
It's the awareness.
Okay. And where are you in all of this?
I'm just aware.
So are you separate from this awareness?
You are the awareness.
You are the awareness. So you are the one that's no thing.
Right.
You are the one that's unborn.
Right.
You are the one that's hasn't started
Right.
and has no end. And you are the one that cannot die
Right.
because you were not born. You are the one that's timeless. And do you accept that this is you?
Yes.
You're confirming that you're not just imagining this right now.
I confirm.
Then who's Sam?
Just an identity.
And can you see it clearly that it's an identity?
I can.
Can you see
Yeah.
that it's not you?
I can see it.
Does it feel kind of distant or foreign? Or does it
Yeah.
feel like it's something that you're still holding on to?
No, it feels far.
It feels foreign. It doesn't feel like you anymore.
Right.
Feels a little bit more like you imagined it.
Right. It was like
a dream,
dream. Yeah.
but a very good dream in the sense that you were fooled.
Right.
Does it feel like a shift just happened?
It does. I can feel it.
Now, what I just pointed you to, can you lose it? The discovery that you just made right here with me. Is it something that
No.
you discovered and you're now putting in your pocket and you can drop it or lose it?
No.
Why not?
Like, I mean, if I put it in my pocket, then it comes. No, I can't lose it.
Why can't you lose it? Why can't you lose what you just discovered right now?
Because it's the truth.
And what is that?
That I'm not the identity that I was associating myself with. And I'm beyond that.
And what are you?
I'm just, I am like just pure consciousness.
Okay. So you are what you just discovered.
Right.
That's why you can't lose it, because it's you.
Right.
What you just discovered is yourself. That's why you can't lose it. You just discovered your true self. How could you lose it? It's what you are. It's not something that you're holding on to. It's what you are. Well, what were you actually holding on to? You were holding on to an identity that wasn't you. The identity of Sam. And that's what needs to be let go of. Can you let go of it?
Yeah.
Why does it feel hard?
What's there to let go?
What is there to let go of?
That's my question. Yeah.
You're actually asking me what is there to let go of?
I'd like to ask you that.
Well, let me ask you, what are you holding on to?
Nothing.
Why is there nothing that you're holding on to?
Because there's nothing to hold on to.
Because it was false, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just said you just discovered your true self. So what is the false self? The false self can't be real. It's false. And that which is not real does not exist. It's an illusion. It's like trying to hold on to a dream when you wake up. That's why it just kind of vanishes. It's like, what? You can't hold on to it.
Right.
It's like it wasn't real. It's like it never happened. It's not the real you. So if it's seen very clearly that it's false and it's not real, then that's really all that's needed. To see clearly that what you are not. Then the only thing left is what you are. Because it's what you are that's actually the seeing. The seeing of awareness is seeing that Sam is an activity. Sam is an identity. Sam is an idea. That's what's seeing the illusionary nature of the false self. It's illusionary because it's appearing to be something that it's not. It's appearing to be a separate entity. It's appearing to be a separate doer. But your true self, what is that doing? Is it doing anything?
No.
Does it have any preferences, opinions?
No.
Is it trying to go somewhere?
No.
Is it trying to get something?
No.
Has it lost happiness?
No.
Has it lost love?
No.
Has it lost peace?
No.
Has it lost freedom?
No.
Has it lost wholeness?
No.
Has it lost completeness?
No.
Has it lost fullness?
No.
Has it lost anything?
No.
Does it need anything at all?
No.
And is there any problem for it?
No.
So you're saying there's no problem for yourself.
No.
And now just rest as yourself. What you just discovered, just simply close your eyes and just simply rest as yourself. And if I ask you, were you ever missing? Were you ever lost? What is the answer? Have you been this the entire time?
Yes.
You're just simply realizing it. It doesn't feel new. It's always been here, hasn't it?
Yes.
It doesn't feel like we just created something or imagined something together right now, does it?
No.
Doesn't it feel like you've been here, what you discovered, You've been here for a very long time.
Yes.
Do you feel that you can just simply rest as yourself?
Yes.
And you feel relaxed? And you feel like you're at home?
Yes.
You feel natural?
Yes.
And does it feel effortless to simply be yourself?
Yes.
The most effortless, the most natural, does it not?
Yes.
Do you see how you can only be yourself? You can't be anything else? That you've always been yourself?
Yes.
There's nothing else that you can be other than yourself.
Yes.
Do you see how you've been ignoring yourself your entire life?
Yes.
You've been overlooking yourself.
Yes.
But you've always been here now. You've always been here. There's nowhere
Yes.
else to go. And is there any sense of separation when you're simply resting as yourself?
No.
And when you're resting as yourself, is there anything else that you're aware of other than yourself?
No.
Good, you're just aware of yourself. Is there any suffering when you're just simply being yourself?
No.
Any heaviness or stickiness?
No.
Is there any desire for anything?
No.
And is this all you ever wanted?
Yes.
Is this what you've been looking for?
Yes.
Your entire life, you've been looking for this.
Yes.
If I could give you $10 million right now, or I could give you yourself, what would you choose?
Myself.
Does this discovery outweigh anything that you've ever experienced in your life?
Yes.
All right, and open up your eyes. How do you feel?
Feel good.
Any questions or what's your experience right now?
Um, Feels like perhaps maybe I was wearing glasses all this time and now it's been lifted up a bit. It's been lifted up, like something's been lifted up.
Okay, good way to put it. What else? What are you noticing? Just simply here now. Just what is. Any changes or any feelings or any.
I feel like my senses, like hearing, seeing, smelling, it's all like commingled into one. It's like I don't know where I'm hearing from.
Uh-huh.
It's like I don't know where it is going from here, from here, from here. It's like it's hard.
Right. What else? Does it feel like anything has fallen away or dropped off,
It does.
been offloaded?
Like the question I raised up earlier with you in the beginning, I feel like it's just like a load has been sort of shifted off. And like there's a concern that it may come back. But then if I don't concern myself with that, then it doesn't exist. So it's like I create my reality in a sense.
And what else is happening? What other change?
Just feel more present.
Where does it
Like
feel like whereabouts are you right now?
it's I could tell you I'm in my room, but I mean even that could be the wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
Just aware.
Does it feel like the experience has changed locations? Like where you are experiencing from?
It feels like it's hard to label things with the location
Okay.
because the experiences almost feels like it's everywhere.
Okay. Is that a change that you're stating?
That's a change.
Do you feel that this experience is more like in your face now?
Right. Yeah,
It feels close, like more closer than intimate.
it does.
Feels more like you're at one with the experience,
Yeah,
that there's this no distance happening
exactly.
because you're not using the body as a reference point anymore. So you're not really hearing things like right and left and up and down. It's this feeling of omnipresent, non-localized,
Right.
zero distance. More expansiveness. Feels more panoramic, more surround sound. Is there any feeling of aliveness?
There is just
And what does that feel like? Tune into that.
just stillness, like quiet.
Mm-hmm. That there's this quietude within yourself,
Yeah.
this stillness, this silence. Can you feel how there's not this energy that's trying to jump? That's not, you don't feel this pull into like the next moment.
Yeah.
You feel how that energy has kind of come back to itself, come back to its source, and it's not trying to tug you to the
Yeah.
next thing.
Hmm.
And can you feel how the mind, that activity is just more rest, more tranquil? The mind is more tranquil. We were saying before, what we know about the mind is a movement. If before the movement of the mind was like a choppy lake on a windy day, now the mind should feel more like a calm lake,
Hmm.
almost like glass. Would you say that?
Yeah, I agree.
And you feel this lightness, as in weight. Do you feel lighter than before the call?
I do. Much lighter.
Okay. And do you feel more expanded?
I do.
If before the call you felt contracted and tight, now do you feel more relaxed and expanded?
I do.
And do you feel more at ease?
Yes.
You feel that there's just this natural
Flow.
ease, this natural flow, this natural feeling of just well-being,
Yeah.
because there's no tension. There's no dis-ease. Dis means not or without, without ease, dis-ease. But that's now gone. There's now just ease. There's now just this effortless awareness that's here now. Do you see how it doesn't take any effort to just simply be aware?
Yes.
That it's here now, still. You see how even after the transmission that you're just simply aware without any effort, without any trying, without any doing.
Hmm.
Does it feel like that awareness has moved from the background now to the foreground?
It does.
And that's where it's been, you could say, hiding. It hasn't been hiding, but metaphorically speaking, it's like I just got you to look over your shoulder and just realize what's always been there. It's like, oh, and now that you've realized it, it's like it comes, feels like it's moves forward. And that's your true self. That's your true nature. And it now starts permeating the experience. And you could say it brings certain qualities to the experience. And those qualities are those changes that you've confirmed, that you've noticed, the lightness, the acceptance of this present moment, the allowance of this present moment, the ease, the rest, the relaxation, the silence, the stillness, the completeness, the wholeness, the fullness, the happiness, the love, the peace, the freedom. Can you feel how there's just a little bit more of that aroma now compared to prior to the call?
There is.
And the more you're simply just resting as yourself, the more you're simply just aware of your true nature, the more that aroma seems to get stronger. In a way, it's just that you're just becoming more and more familiar with yourself. You'll just notice that it starts transforming things naturally without you doing anything. That love just seems to make the character more loving. It seems to just feel happier, feel more peaceful, feel more free. Because it's just you, your true nature, that all of that is. You're just experiencing more and more of yourself. And it's this feeling that seems to kind of spread into all areas of your life. Can you see that now that I've pointed out some of those qualities, you're more aware of them? Like, oh yeah.
I am. Yeah. I feel like there was some blockage there before, like someone has opened that block. Something was like there's some blockage. My thoughts were stopping somewhere, like right here, and I was just going back like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like it's like someone just opened it up.
When did that happen?
Just while I was like closing my eyes. Just it's like now it's just like it doesn't stop. Like you just it's open.
Yeah, it feels like any thoughts that are happening right now are just happening in this vast open space.
Yeah, and I can't even pay attention to it because it's like
What are you trying to pay attention to?
exactly. That's the thing. I'm not paying attention to anything.
Right. And that's what I was talking about, it's very much this contraction of energy that feels so limited and bound up and tight, restricted. And then it's just energetically there's this expansion. Can you sense that freedom that you're feeling?
I can. Yeah.
What is that freedom?
Just the fact that I'm not bound by the limitations I'm creating for myself. It just, I'm limitless.
Mm-hmm. Is there some sort of relief that you're feeling?
There is, as you said, you're not the to-do list you create for yourself or constantly chasing things to do. It's like it just feels like a sense of freedom.
Does it feel like everything else that you thought to be so serious in life, can you feel
It's,
how that weight is now vanished?
yeah, 100%.
Can you feel like nothing really matters at this point?
Yeah,
And can you feel the freedom from the character of who you thought you were?
I do.
Well, that's pretty good. It's pretty good discovery.